Hello and welcome to the Beef Edge, the Teagasc Beef podcast, for all your latest news, information and advice for Irish beef farmers. I'm Catherine Egan and this is the monthly Grass10 update with Grass10 advisor Niamh Doyle to discuss grassland management tips for the month ahead. Niamh, what is grass growth like at the moment on farms?
So there is variability in grass growth and grass supply across the country, which is largely driven by the weather. The northern half of the country are seeing better grass growth than the southern half at the moment. Where grass growth is ahead of demand on farm, take this opportunity to remove paddocks for surplus bales to correct grass quality. Then for farms where grass is tight, demand must be reduced on farm.
And currently at farm level, what are the covers of grass available?
So at farm level currently, the average farm cover is around 750 kilos of dry matter per hectare on dry stock farms. So the advice then will be to continue to walk the farm every week, as average farm cover cannot afford to drop at this stage of the year. As we're coming into the month to start building covers, and it's important then to start building covers to achieve extra days at grass in autumn 2024.
And what do you see as the key targets at this stage for farmers to be aiming for in the coming weeks?
In general, Catherine, farmers should be aiming for an average farm cover of 600 kilos of dry matter per hectare with 15 to 18 days ahead and a 21-day rotation. However, as we're coming into August, we need to start building covers. Therefore, this rotation length needs to increase to 30 days by the 1st September. So therefore, you'll have your target average farm cover for early September is 1,100 kilos of dry matter per hectare, or 900 kilos of dry matter per hectare on heavy soils farms. Just something to note there as well, as we come into August and try to build covers, demand is increasing on beef farms as the calves and yearlings are growing. Therefore, dry matter intake is increasing. So it's important to assess your demand and look at ways to reduce to allow to build covers. Some ways then to reduce your demand can be scan cows early to identify empty cows and decide whether these will be culled, sold or finished on the farm. Weigh stock now and draft animals for finishing indoors. And also then you could creep feed calves. For our fertiliser application then, in line with your allowances and nutrient management plan, aim to spread your fertiliser in August to help build covers and achieve optimum response for this time of year. Spread your slurry then on second cut ground or ground that was cut for surplus bales to replenish P and K offtakes. Complete a fodder budget on pasture-based Ireland and aim for third cut then if you're short fodder.
And in relation to the second cut there that you mentioned, farmers that are closing now for a third cut, what fertiliser should they be applying and how should that crop be managed?
So farmers should close paddocks for third cut now and aim to harvest in early September. For fertiliser application rates then, discuss this with your advisor to adhere to your nutrient management plan. But in general, for 3,000 kilo dry matter per hectare third cut crop, it will require 1 bag per acre of protect urea plus 2,500 gallons of slurry. So essentially 60 units of N plus your P and K.
And looking at the coming week to 10 days, what grass growth and grazing conditions are expected?
So the predicted grass growth for the coming week is relatively good, with mid 50s to 60s kilos of dry matter per hectare expected across the country. Rainfall and showers are expected at times, but grazing conditions should be good with high temperatures forecasted.
And finally, Niamh, what are your top 3 messages for managing grass in the coming weeks?
So the first message will be assess your current fodder situation by completing a fodder budget on pasture-based Ireland. Actions taken early within the farm gate will be most cost effective. Second message then is if you have surplus on farm, take it out now. And the third message then is start building grass for the autumn.
That's all for this Grass10 beef update. For all other updates from Grass10, subscribe to the weekly newsletter and keep an eye on the Teagasc Twitter and Facebook pages.